Hello again, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is John. I'm a full-time eBay reseller based in Melbourne, Australia. And this channel is to help you get out of your head so that you can be super productive and focus on the right things to keep making profit. Today I'm going to talk about how to prevent negative feedback. You can't actually prevent negative feedback, but what can you do to nip things in the bud so that when a buyer has an issue, they are less likely to leave you negative feedback? What it comes down to is to just be super responsive. Think of it as like a hungry toddler and a mum. If a mum addresses it, the toddler calms down faster. If a mum ignores the toddler just starts breaking shit, right? So what that means for you is when you get a message from a buyer, be quick to respond to them immediately, if possible, because you already know what you're going to do. You already know what next steps you're going to take. Articulate that to your buyer. You don't need to have an answer before you respond to them. All you need to do is just tell them, I don't know. If they say, where's my item? You say, the tracking shows that it's still on its way, but I can see that it may be a bit slower than expected. I will open an Australia Post case for you just to get the ball moving. They usually take 5 business days to respond. If they don't respond in 5 business days, I will still let you know at that 5 business day mark what I know, and then I will follow it up from there. Until I know more, I can't tell you anymore, so please be patient with me and I will keep you posted. Then set a reminder on your phone, and in 5 business days, provide an update. Even if there is no update, provide an update. I've checked, they still haven't responded yet. They must be a bit busy. Maybe give them a few more business days. Avoid subjective words. By few, we mean maybe give them 3 more business days. Then come back in 3. Give the buyer a way to measure you. And what you'll find is that most buyers, if you are consistently doing that, they will provide you the time of day to do so, because they want their problem to be fixed. And as we've established in previous videos, eBay being a search-based platform means that buyers search to buy. Therefore, they want their item. If you can provide them assistance, they will be more likely to leave you positive feedback, even if the experience wasn't as good as they thought it was going to be when they bought the item. So that's the big thing. Be responsive. The good thing about being responsive is that you will learn 2 things. The first one, the version of the buyer that you get will be a much nicer buyer if you are responsive. The second thing you'll find is that it's super empowering to realize that not all potential bad buyers or bad experiences or not perfect experiences for the buyer lead to negative feedback. There is this stress and tension that I notice in the Facebook groups when a seller sells an item and they're like, I hope this doesn't go bad. There's this knuckle clenching kind of tension, right? That it needs to be perfect, otherwise it's negative feedback. No, it doesn't. It's not always that. It's not always that way. It doesn't have to always be that way. And the faster you realize it, the more you'll enjoy this thing called reselling. Another thing to note is most bad feedback is essentially sellers not being responsive, sellers not following through on promises they've made, i.e. said they would ship it express, didn't. Said they would use this courier service, used a different one. Said they would pack it in a box, packed in a satchel instead. Said they would provide a refund, never refunded. Said they would respond to messages, didn't respond. It's all this duck and hide behavior that if you compare online to the real world, you cannot get away with that in the real world. We've already established this. Online, for you to succeed, you must be better, you must be faster and easier. If you're not faster and easier, you will not succeed online. So go back to the original example, right? The original example of being in a shop, a brick and mortar shop. If a buyer is not happy, they will front you face to face and spit at you if you're not helpful. But if they come in and you're constantly saying, here's what I can do, here's what I will do, here's what I'm doing now, most buyers tend to calm down because they recognize they will get help. And we've also established that there are a very small bunch of buyers who will come in guns blazing and just want to fight. Those ones will cause havoc regardless whether it's in person or online, right? But for the majority, when they have a problem and they want to know that they will have their problems addressed in person or online, duck and hide doesn't work. Duck and hide, impossible even in person. So be responsive. And you'll discover 2 things, as I mentioned before. Most buyers are a lot better at the start than if you let them sit for 1 or 2 business days before you respond. Number 2, most I guess, buyers who have queries, who want to know that things are that feel like things may be going pear-shaped. Once you address their problems and solve it, even if the item arrives later than the estimated date or so forth, like, they will still leave you positive feedback because they are amazed at how well you communicate. So give yourself the chance to discover these two things. And it starts by being super responsive immediately if possible. And hey, if you work a 9-to-5 job and you see that message come up on your phone or your Apple Watch, take a toilet break. I used to take the toilet break just to do that. But yeah, until the next video, happy selling, be responsive, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.